Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Smackdown as we are on the road to the Royal Rumble, and we have two teams that are in a bit of rivalry, essentially, with that being Christian and Rusev and Rated RKO. But certainly, this is based off all about jealousy. Christian jealous at edges with Randy Orton, and he's done anything in his power to send a message to Edge and Randy Orton. And we saw last week in a tag team match, it was Christian and Rusev taking on Rated RKO. And actually, what we saw at the end of that matchup was Edge and Christian battling it out. Christian was busted open. Edge ended up winning via countout. Christian was already outside there, and obviously he couldn't make the 10 count, but Edge said, hey, I could have easily came back out there and restarted the count, but you know what? Why waste everything in my matchup that I know I can get done in this matchup? Why waste it in a tag team match? Why not do it in a singles matchup against you? And hey, you know what? It's in Toronto, Canada, there at the Royal Rumble, so why not have a one-on-one contest? Christian accepted, but Christian wanted to have it to where Christian would take on Randy Orton and Rusev would take on Edge this week on Smackdown. And, well, obviously, it's happening, and the official matchup will be happening there at the Royal Rumble there in Toronto, Canada. Two Canadians going at it, two former friends, Edge and Christian, live in just 3 weeks' time. And certainly tonight, Randy Orton would love to dish out some much needed punishment into the eyes of Christian. Christian, a former NXT North American champion there in NXT, and is now obviously going to be looking to get some championship gold while he is here on SmackDown. But seems like he's going to want to take out Edge and Randy Orton first. But like I mentioned, it's based off jealousy. Everyone should know that. Christian may not fully go out there and say that, but it is. Christian claims that after, he stood up to Seth Rollins a couple years back, the Edge never got back with him. And Edge says that, hey, that's a bunch of baloney. But I guess we'll really never know unless we see the text messages and call logs. But tonight, we're going to see how this is going to go. Edge and Rusev later on tonight, and Randy Orton and Christian kicking us off on this highly anticipated episode of SmackDown. A lot to cover tonight, especially the 8-man elimination tag team matchup with Judgment Day taking on Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and L.A. Knight later on tonight. As the referee has rung the bell, here we go. And also, we cannot forget about the massive main event after the what we saw to end SmackDown last week, where we saw new tag team champions, but also Jade Cargill laying out Rhea Ripley to end SmackDown. A bunch of stuff to address in that main event tonight, but a first time ever matchup. Jade Cargill, your women's champion, taking on Rhea Ripley of the Judgment Day. Like I mentioned, a bunch of stuff that we'll be talking throughout the night. But this is one of those marquee matches that we look forward to as well, with the Royal Rumble coming up in just 3 weeks' time. Will Edge and Christian be in the actual Royal Rumble matchup besides their matchup? Will Randy Orton be in the match? Will Rusev be in the matchup? We know who will be number 30 at the Royal Rumble. That is going to be Damian Priest of the Judgment Day. So certainly things are looking up for the Judgment Day. Anything could possibly happen there at the Royal Rumble. As Christian trying to fight back in this matchup, missing that strike wildly, and now Randy Orton going to try to capitalize, but he doesn't. These guys have been in this business for a very, very long time. Well over 20 plus years in this business. They've teamed up, they've gone against each other plenty throughout their storied career. But Randy Orton and Christian, this is a whole different side of both men. Obviously Christian with having that alliance with Rusev, that has worked quite well for both men being former champions there in NXT. Rusev already was pretty much established in WWE, especially on Smackdown at one time, being former United States champion as well, is the first ever Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner. As now Randy Orton with a flying crossbody takes down Christian. The Viper going with that high risk, high reward, but you kind of have to in these big time matches. This almost feels like a pay-per-view match. Two big name superstars jockeying position not only for the Royal Rumble season, obviously, but obviously they're bitter rivals right now. With obviously Edge and with Rusev being in there as well. Orton was going for that RKO. Christian with an impressive reversal and very close to knocking off the Viper tonight. Ooh, a nice DDT taking down Randy Orton. This is where Christian can be so dangerous, ladies and gentlemen, as a vicious DDT from behind. And now, what does Christian have to do to put away Randy Orton here? Gonna go for the pinfall, hoping that DDT from behind will be enough, but again, Orton with a strong kick out at 2.5. Now Christian from behind again. That's another maneuver that's very similar to what we've seen in past years from the Rated R Superstar Edge. Uh-oh. Christian now taking over Randy Orton with the unprettier to the Viper. Can Christian pick up a win here? 2, 3, yes he does. The matchup changed when Randy was trying to go for that RKO. Christian with an impressive reversal would dig down deep, eventually hit that DDT from behind, and then that unprettier. And Christian, just like that, guys, showing you why, hey, it doesn't matter what brand it is, NXT, SmackDown, he's on the top of his game, and Christian certainly is the man around here on SmackDown. Yes, he struggled at Survivor Series, but this is a whole different ball game, and we may see Christian and Edge in an all-time matchup at Royal Rumble. Another marquee match coming your guys' way, as now here comes the Redeemer, Rusev. He just watched his partner Christian take down Randy Orton, and we'll see if Rusev can take down Edge. 3 weeks away from that massive matchup with Christian. Rusev and Christian coming here from NXT to SmackDown, claiming that they're the real deal and should be taking very, very seriously. And certainly with Edge and Christian situation, certainly Rusev would love to not only help out Christian, because I mean that's only going to put Rusev in a better position as well, but if Rusev can get himself in the Royal Rumble, I mean, could you imagine what Rusev can do, especially if he can pull a high number, anything from 20 or higher? Honestly, that'd be a perfect number for Rusev. He certainly has had his fair share of Royal Rumble type of moments, especially, or I guess you could say the Andre the Memorial Battle Royal type of situation where he was able to outlast a bunch of superstars in that matchup. But Rusev, this matchup certainly could be one of his biggest tonight, because he's taken on a multi-time WWE champion, the Rated R Superstar. And earlier on tonight, before we actually went on air for SmackDown, I was actually able to sit down with Edge for a little bit, and I said, hey, how long can you keep this going? You look like you're in phenomenal shape. I know you're not always here on every episode, but usually when you're here, you know, it means something. You always put your 100% effort in each time, and I told him that I feel like he could go in this business for a very long time. And he straight up told me, hey, I don't know how much more I have left in the tank, but certainly you guys will know when I start to slow down, and once I start to slow down, it is going to be something that I'm going to have to talk to myself and my family and say, hey, what is next for me and my family? What's next for my WWE career? So a lot of pondering in the mind there of Edge. Certainly a lot of stuff going on, trying to figure out what is next for himself here. Referee has officially rung the bell. Here we go. Rusev and Edge in a big-time matchup. Edge talked that trash to Christian last week. Christian backing up his claims. We'll see if Edge can take down the Bulgarian brute Rusev tonight. And oh my goodness, look at these vicious headbutts from Edge. Edge has nothing to lose, and especially against a vicious man like Rusev, you have to stay on Rusev. He's one of those superstars that, you know, once he gets the submission game going, especially the Machka kicks too, then he can kind of set that up to the accolades and everything. I mean, it's game over. Not a lot of people can survive those, and if they do, they get pretty much locked into another one. It's game over. But Edge right now, he's taking it to Rusev right now. He's keeping that ground and pound game. He's keeping Rusev on his back for the most part. Edge feeling very confident at this moment as Edge, ooh, nice flying forearm strike. Edge is on fire. Rusev needs to figure out something very quickly here. And like we mentioned before tonight, a massive night in store for you. We have a big-time open challenge, pinfall opportunity. Will this be enough after that frog splash? But no, Rusev able to kick out. We do have a European Open challenge tonight, ladies and gentlemen, where Jade McDonagh will be having his championship matchup. Edge going for that spear, trying to end it early. Rusev with that knee, and just like that, we're back to square one. But like I was saying, JD McDonagh and Cedric Alexander will go at it in a European Championship Open challenges. Edge with the execution there to Rusev. But also tonight, like we mentioned, that 8-man elimination matchup as well. As, oh, big-time spear from the Rated R superstar. Is that enough to put away Rusev? 2. No, Rusev able to kick out. And look at Rusev right back up to his feet, too. Like it didn't phase him. And that's who people have to deal with when you face a man like Rusev. And now that ground and pound game of Rusev, those big mitts of Rusev here, going to be very dangerous for Edge here. Edge going to take some time to rub it into everyone here in the WWE Universe. But like I was trying to say before, that massive moment tonight will be a 8-man tag team matchup. The Judgement Day taking on the Smackdown Tag Team Champions Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, your undisputed champion Cody Rhodes, as well as your Intercontinental Champion LA Knight. Absolutely massive there, as well as your main event. One of the most massive matches in women's action in some time, and it seems like we have a lot of massive matches for the women's division a lot lately, especially on Smackdown last week. We're going to continue to make it hotter as Rhea Ripley, the Eradicator of the Smackdown women's division, she takes on Jade Cargill, your women's champion. Jade Cargill will be defending her women's championship there at the Royal Rumble against Becky Lynch. And we got some breaking news on actually Monday Night Raw. If you guys didn't watch the latest episode of Monday Night Raw, we witnessed a big change because we saw, obviously, with Bayley, she interacted kind of at the end of that matchup after Liv and Raquel got involved, or I should say after Jade Cargill came down and kind of played interference, costing Asuka and Becky Lynch those women's tag team championships. We see Bayley take out Asuka and telling her to stay away from the champions. Is hold on a minute, Edge with a pinfall over Rusev. We'll talk more over it, but so much going on tonight, and Rusev takes it, or I should say Edge takes it to Rusev here tonight. We saw the executioner, we saw all sorts of goodies tonight here on SmackDown, and Rusev just could not outlast the Rated R superstar tonight. Edge tried going for that spear early on, but Rusev at least kept the matchup going for a little bit longer. But Rated R superstar Edge gets him some momentum for the Royal Rumble. Edge versus Christian there in Toronto, Canada, live at the Royal Rumble in just 3 weeks' time. And it is time for your Intercontinental Champion LA Knight. We're told that he'll be coming out here real quick like, be talking about the Royal Rumble match. And also his Intercontinental Championship as well. So a lot of people have been wondering, what is going to be next for LA Knight? Since becoming Intercontinental Champion, he's had some big matches. especially the likes with Carmelo Hayes and plenty others. But for LA Knight, is he planning on having a championship defense for the Royal Rumble, or does he plan on putting his sights on the actual Royal Rumble matchup? Plenty to see and hear from the megastar himself, one of the top guys here on SmackDown. What does LA Knight have in store for us since we are in the Royal Rumble season? We're about to find out, ladies and gentlemen. Huge night, and even bigger with the megastar here on SmackDown. Now let me talk to you. Yeah! We are 3 weeks away from the Royal Rumble, and I could not think of a better way for your Intercontinental Champion to announce that he will be officially in the Royal Rumble match. Last year, it was the best year of my whole entire wrestling career, including winning this Intercontinental Championship. But I believe winning the Royal Rumble and main eventing WrestleMania this year would only just be the beginning for this megastar. And talking about me being a megastar, I'm in that mega star matchup tonight where I team up with Cody, your undisputed champion, and the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Now look, I said I was done with the Judgment Day, but when JBL said he was coming up with this matchup and Cody and the SmackDown Tag Team Champions Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn needed a partner, I wasn't going to turn it down. I would love to beat down the Judgment Day one more time, because at the Royal Rumble, when Cody defeats Finn Balor, there will be no more Judgment Day. So I would love to get maybe one last piece of the Judgment Day. East Rutherford, New Jersey. Now let me know whose game it really is. It's L.A. Knights. Yeah! Great to hear from your Intercontinental Champion LA Knight as he gets ready for his massive 8-man tag team elimination matchup coming up here later on tonight. We got Cedric Alexander, former member of the Hurt Business. Now, since that the Hurt Business has been officially broken up, having to go their separate ways, that was the likes of Cedric Alexander, Shelton Benjamin, MVP, Omos, and even Keith Lee. Keith Lee was one of those superstars from NXT that they grabbed over from NXT to try and help him in that situation, but ultimately it did not. So now the Hurt Business consists of Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits, the new version of the Hurt Business. We'll see how that fares here on SmackDown in the near future. But now Cedric Alexander back to his singles route, one of the honestly better singles competitors, especially when 205 Live was around, when Rey Mysterio was in that cruiserweight division for 205 Live. A lot of big time moments in that, from the likes of Akira Tozawa to Mike Bennett, who we had back in the day. We had so many massive TJ Perkins. We had a lot of big team, especially Drew Gulak. I could name off a lot of cruiserweights that we had helped make that division, but Cedric Alexander being one of the better ones in that division. So we'll see how Cedric Alexander fares tonight in this NXT, I guess you could say the old days of NXT, but this European Championship being on the line. This is an open challenge for that European Championship. Can JD McDonagh continue his reign as European Champion, or will Alexander be able to out-wrestle the Irish ace of the Judgment Day? Certainly looks like the Judgment Day are starting to click on all cylinders right now. So, if you're the SmackDown roster, if this is the time to figure out something, it is now. Remember when Stone Cold and John Cena were trying to do something? It seems like they have them on the glimpse, on the edge. Referee has officially rung the bell. We'll see if Alexander can send a message to the SmackDown roster and get that championship around his waist as a big kick to the side of the skull. And certainly with this European Championship has had a lot of big names carry it here in the series, from Bobby Lashley, Damian Priest. I believe even The Miz held the championship as well. So we've had a fair share of big names hold this championship as well. What is Cedric thinking? Oh, right there, that left knee Maybe that left quad as well. Oh, oh my goodness, what a gut buster. I thought he was going to make that into like a DDT or a brain buster, but gut buster will definitely do some wonders for it. And for JD McDonagh, how he looked against Sheamus, that was quite honestly shocking. Sheamus is one of those bigger name superstars that we have in WWE, and JD McDonagh ran right through him, right through Sheamus. So we'll see, if McDonagh can continue his momentum ever since winning that European Championship, like I mentioned. Oh, right into the midsection there from Cedric Alexander. And now Alexander, with that jumping clothesline, takes down McDonagh. Could this be Cedric Alexander's moment? Will he become the new champion? But no, the Irish Ace moves out of the way momentarily. And oh my goodness, what a brainbuster that stuns Cedric Alexander for the clear moment. Can he continue this momentum that he has on Alexander? As both men running into each other briefly. And oh, look at this. Oh, with a nice stomp to the midsection. Almost like shades of Finn Balor with that stomp. Ooh, and another one. JD McDonagh on fire here. This is not what Alexander needs or wants at this particular moment. And like we mentioned, ladies and gentlemen, massive night. 2 more big-time matches besides the 8-man tag team elimination matchup that will be coming up next. We have Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill one-on-one in a non-title main event. Oh, and a big punch there from Alexander. Here comes Alexander. Maybe last-ditch effort from Cedric here. Showing you that agility. Going over the top there. And now, oh my goodness, turning him inside out. Vintage Cedric Alexander. Is that enough? No, McDonagh kicks out. And look at Alexander. He cannot believe it. But Alexander, he's feeling himself up right now. This is a perfect time. Alexander might be able to do it. DDT spikes him on his head. McDonagh is in trouble right now. He is one lumbar check away from saying goodnight, sayonara to his European Championship. McDonagh doing the right thing, rolling out to the edge here, and at least, only thing that happened to him is he got hit to the outside. It gives him a little bit of time to, recuperate. Not much, but it was better than nothing. It gives McDonagh some time to think about what he needs to do. McDonagh's up to his knee. Alexander, though, with that springboard clothesline, decapitating McDonagh. Oh, look at that, but a strong kick out. That was almost like a last-ditch effort, it felt like. What else can Alexander do to McDonagh here to put him away? Oh, there you go. Neck breaker, little by little. Uh-oh. Talking about little by little, Alexander, he might be picking himself away. And now, lumbar check there to McDonagh. Pinfall opportunity. 2. Aw, you gotta be kidding me. Dijak is here, ladies and gentlemen, looking to screw up this matchup. Looks like Cedric Alexander was just about to become the new European champion, but here comes Dijak to ruin the day. This man has a massive matchup later on tonight in that 8-man elimination matchup, but now he's coming out here to ruin the new championship possibility. There's Dijak right there. Alexander not too happy about what the hell's going on. He's telling him to do something about it. But look at Dijak not too worried about it. Doesn't even have to really care about it. And now McDonagh from behind. Come on. Not like this. No, not like this. The Irish Ace has him up. Down goes Cedric Alexander. And just like that, JD McDonagh retains his European Championship. Look at that. Just like that. Just all because of Dijak coming out here and ruining this matchup. Simple but effective. And just like that, McDonagh retains his European Championship Open Challenge matchup. If you want to be an effective champion, you may not want to have to worry about or have your teammates come out here and help you out with it, but it certainly is a victory nonetheless for the Judgment Day and JD McDonagh. Last week was very tough to swallow because not only did we lose the women's undisputed tag team championships, but we lost it due to outside interference by Jade Cargill, your women's champion here on Smackdown. I should be prepared for something like that, but I'm more focused on defending our women's tag team championships at the time to where, I don't think anyone's going to come out here and mess with our matchup, but I thought wrong, and Jade ruined that. So, for Jade, I'll be watching that matchup later on tonight very, very closely. I'm sure it'll be one of your biggest matches of all time, but for you, you better be ready for me at the Royal Rumble in 3 weeks' time. Not only did we lose the Women's Tag Team Championships, but Asuka got traded over to Monday Night Raw, and I wish her nothing but the best in her situation, and I hope Asuka beats the living shit out of Bayley. But Jade, I got one last thing for you. Jade, one last thing. When the man comes a knockin', you better be prepared for the fight of your life, because right now, in your line of WWE, you're in that sink or swim stage because you're facing off with one of the best of all time and a future WWE Hall of Famer. So Jade, good luck. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your double main event. It is a 8-man tag team elimination matchup where it will be the Judgment Day taking on an all-champion team. That being the Smackdown Tag Team Champions Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, LA Knight, your Intercontinental Champion, as well as your Undisputed Champion, Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare. Will he be able to put the nightmare that is the Judgment Day away? At the Royal Rumble, it will be Cody Rhodes and Finn Balor. A matchup where essentially it all started. I can remember it was just last year sometime, if not a little bit longer, well over a year. It was one of the better matches, and obviously Damian Priest, Finn Balor coming together to start this group known as the Judgment Day, and obviously since then with Rhea Ripley, Dominic Mysterio, Dijak, and now even JD McDonagh. Certainly this group is growing. Dijak helping JD McDonagh earlier on tonight, just moments ago, retain the European Championship in that open challenge. But now, with this elimination matchup, ladies and gentlemen, not only is this, it's all about momentum heading in to the Royal Rumble, because Dijak and Mysterio, they will be taking on the SmackDown Tag Team Champions Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Damian Priest, he's the 30th entrant in the Royal Rumble, and Finn Balor challenges for the Undisputed Championship. So it is going to be a big weekend in 3 weeks' time when the Judgment Day come a-knocking to the Royal Rumble. But this next team, it's all champions. All champions on the show, obviously besides JD McDonagh and Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. But you get the point. It's an all-star type of matchup here tonight on SmackDown. As now here comes your SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Can they retain their championships? They said, hey, you know what? Screw it. We don't mind if we have to go through Dijak and Mysterio. We know that Cody Rhodes will defeat Finn Balor at the Royal Rumble and put away this Judgment Day nightmare that's been lasting on Raw and SmackDown for well over a year. A little bit past a year, honestly. But You know, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, they could slip up at any time in that matchup, and all of a sudden we could have new tag team champions. So we're going to be very, very careful as we wait for your other champions to make their way down to the ring. Always great to hear from Becky Lynch just moments ago, telling Jade, Cargill, you know, she's going to be in the fight of her life coming up very shortly at the Royal Rumble, and obviously tonight against Rhea Ripley. But now it is time for LA Knight to make himself known once again. As he said, he will be in the Royal Rumble matchup coming up in just 3 weeks' time. Could you imagine LA Knight being your Intercontinental Champion and your Royal Rumble winner? What brand's champion would he pick? Would LA Knight choose the Undisputed Championship, or would LA Knight pick the World Heavyweight Championship there on Raw? And as of right now, you could, I mean, it's wide open, obviously, on Raw and SmackDown, but you got to pick the challenger. The challenger's going to be hard to pick, because, I mean, you're either going to get Finn Balor or Cody Rhodes walking out of their matchup, and then Gunther or AJ Styles. And AJ Styles has been red hot, and Gunther and AJ Styles have a past when they were feuding over the United States Championship. So certainly it's going to be one heck of a show coming up at the Royal Rumble, and the winner, it is not going to be easy. I feel like this Royal Rumble is going to be star-studded for both sides. Can you imagine the surprises we could see in the Royal Rumble? So much endless possibilities will be coming our way. As here comes the American Nightmare, your undisputed champion, Cody Rhodes. Can Cody do it, ladies and gentlemen? There's so much pressure on this man. Besides him being a multi-time WWE champion, two-time undisputed champion now, can Cody continue this all the way through the Royal Rumble, all the way through to WrestleMania? This man has certainly had some big-time matches, and there's certainly a lot of dream matches to be said for this man to have here on SmackDown if he is able to put away the Judgment Day. And a lot of the matches, I mean, it shouldn't matter necessarily if the championship's on the line. Obviously, there's more of a story when you add the championship on the line, but not every matchup in WWE has to have a championship along with it to be a great matchup. And we've seen so many of those over the years. But for Cody Rhodes here in East Rutherford, New Jersey, he is fired up. Might be a little cold here in New Jersey, but we are bringing the heat to all of you guys here tonight for this jam-packed episode of SmackDown. And remember, this match is going to take quite a bit of time, as this is a 8-man tag team elimination matchup where the winner will be the one that has the most people standing, or actually, I guess, eliminating the team all the way to where they have 0 left in the matchup, essentially. It's almost like a Survivor Series matchup that we saw last year, not this previously. As it looks like Dijak and Sami Zayn will kick us off here. This is, like I mentioned, this is what it would be like if we had the Survivor Series implications of not this past Survivor Series War Games, but the year before, where it'd be your normal traditional 4 versus 4 elimination matchup. This is star-studded, and could this be the last opportune time that we see all 8 of these superstars all together? Obviously, the Judgment Day, they could all break up. Imagine how that would fare for the rest of the Judgment Day. Or, you know, they could have the momentum even going more in their favor. You could have Finn Balor, undisputed champion, Damian Priest walking out of the Royal Rumble at number 30 and winning the Royal Rumble. And then also, you could have new SmackDown Tag Team Champions in Dijak and Dominic Mysterio. How crazy would that be? And Rhea Ripley, I mean, she said that she's going to be in the Women's Royal Rumble. Could she win the Royal Rumble? There's just so much going on. And obviously there's a lot of people talking about, you know, coming back here and winning the championships. Obviously CM Punk would love to do what he set out to. I mean, he was there in NXT for well over a year, but now in WWE on Monday Night Raw. And for him, he's looking to do what he set out to do when he came back to WWE. He's got his foot back into WWE through NXT, but now that he's on Raw, he's doing better than a lot of people would say. I mean, he kind of struggled when he lost to Wade Barrett at Backlash, but he's starting to figure himself out, taking on the best of the best, and that being one of the best that Raw has to offer, that being Seth Rollins. What a powerbomb on the apron. But like I mentioned, Rollins and Punk have had that rivalry. There's so many superstars on this roster that believe it is their time, especially on SmackDown here. Karrion Kross and Authors of Pain, they are now known as the Final Testament here on SmackDown. Made a big attack of The Undertaker recently. Kross telling The Undertaker that, hey, we're not done, and that we're having a matchup there live at the Royal Rumble. It'll be Karrion Kross versus The Undertaker at the Royal Rumble. So, I mean, honestly, it's going to get crazy here on SmackDown. The land of SmackDown is changing. Look at the star power in this matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Cody Rhodes, LA Knight, Dominic Mysterio, Damian Priest, Finn Balor, Dominik Dijakovic. There's just so much going on and so much star-studded power that you see on both brands. It's absolutely crazy what we're seeing today. It's a brutal neckbreaker there to Mysterio. Pinfall opportunity. Is this enough? First elimination? No. And imagine if one of these superstars eliminates or pins LA Knight. Certainly LA Knight mentioned that he's done with the Judgment Day, but I don't know if JBL wouldn't turn down an opportunity for one of the other superstars besides Finn Balor to get an opportunity, because LA Knight's the one that took the Intercontinental Championship away from Finn Balor. And here we go, pinfall opportunity. Referee is right there. Gonna be our first elimination. No, Mysterio keeps himself in it. Wait a minute, matchup is breaking down. Kevin Owens wants himself a fight, and he's going to get it. He's going to take down Finn Balor down a peg, as here comes the big man, Dijak. Oh my goodness, decapitating Kevin Owens with that big boot, giving him a little taste of what's coming his way at the Royal Rumble, as now shades of the walls of Jericho to Kevin Owens, center of the ring. Obviously, like we mentioned, this is an elimination matchup, but obviously you want to keep as many members on your team as you can. And imagine what it feels like for Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn to go back to Canada coming up here very soon in 3 weeks' time. That's going to be a massive matchup for Owens and Zayn to be going back to their home country and, defend their SmackDown Tag Team Championships. And obviously we're going to see Edge and Christian go at it one-on-one as well. A lot of stuff going on, man. A lot of great stuff. What is Dijak thinking here? Look at this big man. 7-foot monster. Look at this from Dijak. A 7-foot guy going with a Spanish fly. Are you kidding me? There's no way I've ever seen a 7-foot monster do that. If I have, I don't remember, I don't recall, but something like that, I believe I would remember a giant doing something that a cruiserweight superstar would do. Going for that discus clothesline, Kevin Owens trying to fight back, but Dijak one step ahead of him and he just throws him away. And now Owens realizing he has to fight back. He's literally up against the wall, but for Kevin Owens, his whole career outside of WWE and even in WWE, he's had to fight his whole career. Scratch and claw to get to the top. And now, oh my goodness, what a boot to Kevin Owens, man. Absolutely crazy. Dijak now looking to inflict some more damage to where it could be a easy pinfall opportunity to put away Kevin Owens. Dijak telling Owens to get up to his feet here. We're at a 7 now. Both men need to get themselves back inside the ring here, as Dijak just tossing Owens all over this ring. Dijak back inside the ring. Can Owens get himself back in the ring? And yep, look at that cheap shot. Takes down Sami Zayn. It totally makes sense to make sure that your opponents won't be 100% walking into the Royal Rumble. And Owens gonna get the tag to the megastar L.A. Knight. Oh, L.A. Knight not playing around. Gonna look to put away Dijak, the Death Valley driver. Pinfall, is this it? 1, 2. No, Finn Balor breaks it up. And no, oh, good old BFT to Finn Balor for his troubles. I don't know if you can see on your camera screen right now, Cody with a little bit of a smirk after watching Finn Balor being taken out. And LA Knight telling you whose game it really is here on SmackDown. Good opening bout so far. I have not had one single elimination just yet, but hopefully very soon we'll start seeing the matchup start slowing down, or I guess it would be fast-paced essentially. And Cody Rhodes gonna get his wish. Here comes Damian Priest. Matchup is gonna start heating up here. Will we see our first elimination here? Oh, what a jumping attack there from Damian Priest. And I bet for Damian Priest, he's gonna be feeling like he's on cloud 9 essentially from what he did a couple weeks ago here on SmackDown. Now Cody Rhodes with a stunner. Stunner there to Finn Balor, sending a message to him right there. Matchup is breaking down. Owens fighting Damian Priest. Cody Rhodes looked like he was going after Dijak, and just like that, matchup is back to where it was. Big stiff spear there from Damian Priest. Now this is where Priest can be very, very dangerous. Now if I'm Priest also, hey, why not allow Finn Balor to get some licks in right now? Why not tag in Finn Balor? Obviously you couldn't do it now because obviously Cody's outside there as a big old brain buster there. Dijak again attacking the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. The match is breaking down. Cody going after Finn. Dijak with a back suplex on the hardest part of the ring. And now Cody with a stunner to Balor. And now Cody gonna get, or miss out unfortunately with that. Cody gonna go after Damian now. Dijak is a one-man wrecking crew here at ringside. Cody doesn't care what's going on. This referee needs to get something figured out right now because we're seeing all sorts of stuff going on here. There's a powerbomb on the apron, and then Mysterio swung right there. Like I mentioned, this matchup is going to be hard to call right now. There's so much going on. Everybody's getting their behind kicked here. Cody going to go back after the challenger. Oh, both men going wildly with those strikes there. Here comes Dijak, and what a discus clothesline. Cody will certainly be feeling that. And Dijak just certainly keeps going after Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. That certainly will help him out as he connects with that backbreaker pinfall opportunity to the undisputed champion. But Cody's able to connect or kick out. And look at Cody gets the hot tag. Here comes Sami Zayn, the underdog from the underground. But he eats a jumping knee strike, and so does Cody. And now Kevin Owens, the prize fighter, gets himself an opportunity. Uh-oh. Time for a package pile bomb, maybe? No. Dijak. Alabama slam right in front of Cody Rhodes. And I can definitely see why Dijak was added to the Judgment Day. Just look at this. Oh my goodness. Feast your eyes to Kevin Owens. Pinfall. No. These guys are fighting like it's a normal 8-man tag team matchup, but certainly you gotta be careful in these type of moments. You don't want to, take too much of your energy taken out as Cody lands awkwardly there after getting punched out of the hands of the arms of Dijak. And we still have a massive matchup coming up here very shortly between Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill, non-title matchup. Feast your eyes once again, this time to Kevin Owens, but Sami Zayn saves the day. And no, Dijak, man, he's dominating. I don't even think Dijak needs to have Mysterio in his corner at the Royal Rumble. I think Dijak could do a 2-on-1 handicap match, honestly, and he may walk out with those tag team championships because tonight he has been sending a direct message to the tag team champions. He has been an absolute unit tonight. As look at Kevin Owens throwing the 7-footer like he's nothing. That's impressive to do, a 7-foot man like that. I'd understand maybe if he was a smaller guy to just fling him around like that, but that is a 7-foot man being tossed around like that. At Dijak now. Oh, gonna get face to face with the Intercontinental Champion. He said, hey, I've done a bunch to these other guys. Why not I just bring you in as well? Dijak getting back in the ring with Kevin Owens. Owens saying, hey, bring it, man. Let's do this. Uh-oh. Dijak now. Oh, what a sit-out powerbomb to Kevin Owens as well. Pinfall opportunity. Is this enough? 2. No, Sami Zayn breaks it up. Finn Balor was there quite fast, but he wasn't able to keep Sami Zayn from getting anything going. As now Owens, what's he thinking? Swinging neck breaker there, but Dijak doing the right thing, rolling out of the ring. And now Kevin gonna look to take out Priest here. Matchup is certainly breaking down. Owens doing a great thing, getting that tag in. LA Knight, I would say, certainly one of the superstars in this matchup that hasn't gotten his behind kicked as enough. Pinfall opportunity, but Dijak able to kick out at 2.5. And now Dijak looking for a tag. Yes, here we go. Dominic Mysterio catches LA Knight. Big takedown there. Back and forth we go. Vicious neck breaker there to Mysterio. And now here get the Undisputed Champion. That's what you want to see from this corner. You want to see some frequent tags, as here comes a Tiger Driver 91 to Mysterio. Opportunity for an elimination here. But no, Finn Balor breaks it up, saves Mysterio, at least for the moment. But will it save Mysterio for what's about to happen next? A good old-fashioned crossroads. Mysterio's busted open. Pinfall 1. But Finn Balor again saves the day. And like I mentioned, this feels like more of an 8-man tag team matchup, but this matchup is a big-time matchup to where, you know, once you start losing members of your team, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to save the matchups. So the first elimination in this matchup, you got to feel is going to be a big one. It certainly feels like it could go either way for both sides, as here comes your Intercontinental Champion, your megastar, LA Knight. And look at Megastar just getting those cheap shots in on Dijak. Why not? You kind of have to. Uh-oh, LA Knight. Didn't want to do it to Dijak, but he's going to do it to Damian Priest. Brutal DDT there. And now LA Knight giving 2-for-1 specials as Dominic Mysterio. Suicide dive working out, but both men were taken out. But LA Knight able to get back up to his feet. It certainly looked like it definitely hurt. Both men back in the ring. Mysterio, he's busted open, man. That is one of those vicious maneuvers that Cody Rhodes connected with him on. Talking about Cody, he looks like, yep, he is going to get his tag into this ring. We'll see if Cody wants to finish this matchup. He finished his story when he came back to WWE, when he won that WWE Championship. He talked about finishing his story, doing something that his dad couldn't do, and that was win the WWE Championship. Dusty Rhodes, yes, he was World Heavyweight Champion, but in their family was never the WWE Champion. So Cody Rhodes, he did that the night after Survivor Series, ladies and gentlemen. As Finn Balor gonna get a little taste of the Royal Rumble with a Tiger Driver 91. Pinfall, is this it? No, Balor. And LA Knight gonna get the tag in. Maybe let LA Knight finish it. I'm surprised Cody Rhodes wouldn't want to try and finish Finn Balor here. But I go BFT to Finn Balor. Pinfall, is this it? But no, Dijak saves the day. Dijak was going to let Finn Balor get hit with one thing, but not going to allow to try to finish him off. Off the ropes we go, missing that clothesline. Ooh, and a big boot takes down Finn. Back and forth we go. A lot of big-time things going on here. LA Knight trying to be a one-man band at this moment, taking down Damian Priest, and took out Dijak just seconds ago. Mysterio back in the corner here. This could be the time Finn Balor could be eliminated here. He only has one in the corner. He has two big men down and out at ringside here. But Finn Balor one step ahead of him. Gonna try to get the tag. LA Knight one step ahead of him possibly. Let's see what LA Knight might be thinking. Maybe some snake eyes. Yes, it is. And now Finn busted open right there in the temple. But Finn Balor, that adrenaline flowing through him, takes down LA Knight. And obviously we knew what happened at this past year's Survivor Series when Finn Balor retained over LA Knight when Finn Balor was Intercontinental Champion due to outside interference. But at the next pay-per-view, LA Knight would go on to become your new Intercontinental Champion. So certainly a little taste of everything here. And oh, wait a minute. Priest catching Cody Rhodes here. Gonna look for that crucifix powerbomb maybe. Ooh, crucifix slam takes down Rhodes. And now Dijak may be able to get the final touches. Imagine if he's the first one eliminated here. Your undisputed champion. Imagine how that would feel for Cody Rhodes' team tonight. One of the biggest superstars to be eliminated. At least the first elimination. I'm not saying it wouldn't be big if, he got towards the end and survived it, but still, it's a gut-wrench slam as well. This feels like a pay-per-view matchup, something we could have saw at Survivor Series War Games, but obviously at War Games it was a whole different story as Damian Priest with that sit-out slam. Will that be enough? But Sami Zayn saves the day. And Priest thought it was thought it was LA Knight, so he just took out Knight. Or maybe he just wants to get a little taste of everyone, but Owens just said, you're going to stop right there. And now, oh, what a big boot there from Cody Rhodes to Damian Priest. And, imagine if, Damian Priest wins the Royal Rumble, but Cody Rhodes defeats Finn Balor to retain, but the Judgment Day have to break up. We could still see Damian Priest go into WrestleMania and take on Cody Rhodes for that undisputed championship. As Dijak looking to put away Cody Rhodes here. Maybe about to feast your eyes possibly. But Rhodes with a vicious elbow. And now here comes your undisputed champion. Cody Rhodes now from behind. Uh-oh. Here he goes. It's time. Crossroads to Dijak. Pinfall opportunity. Is this it? 2, 3. Yes, it is. Dijak is eliminated, and now we got ourselves a 4-on-3 situation here. And now Finn Balor, Crossroads to Finn Balor. But who's the legal man? Is it Mysterio? I think Mysterio is the legal man, ladies and gentlemen. After being eliminated, so yep, now Damian Priest is. Not what I was expecting, but imagine. I think for Cody Rhodes, I think it was pure adrenaline. Honestly, hey, you see the next man in, you got to believe that he's going to be the legal man. As Cody Rhodes continuing to go after Finn Balor. And now this is where that numbers game is going to come into play for the Judgment Day pinfall opportunity. Intercontinental champion in right there to break it up. Oh, big punch there from Cody. And now Cody, no, he gets hit with a brutal clothesline. And now Damian Priest right in front of his opponents, looking to hit that crucifix power slam. Down goes Cody. But Priest not done. He's making a statement part of this matchup. And now the Reckoning. Obviously very close to the crossroads there from Cody Rhodes. Damian Priest only able to get maybe a 1 count. Sami Zayn saved the day, and he gets tossed out to the outside. Cody Rhodes is busted wide open. He's not even going to know where the hell he's at. Damian Priest giving out 2-for-1 specials there in the corner. And now, this is. Oh, I was going to say this would be a good idea from Damian Priest. Take him into the corner, try to get a hot tag, try to cut him off, try to eliminate one of the biggest superstars in this matchup. Look at Damian Priest. He's knocking some, I guess you could say, some sense into Cody Rhodes with those slaps. And down goes Cody. Oh, pinfall opportunity. But right there again, Sami Zayn right there to break it up. Priest not too happy about it. trying to decide what he wants to do. Both men running into each other. Big time moment in this matchup. Doesn't mean that Judgment Day cannot come back and win this thing, but obviously it's not in their favor. It's a 4-on-3 situation at this time being. I think for Priest it would be a good idea for him to get a tag to Finn Balor or Mysterio at this moment. And oh, wait a minute. Time for a good old time Alabama slam there to Priest. And for Cody Rhodes' team, I don't know who would be the... maybe Sami Zayn? Maybe get him in the ring? I don't think maybe he's been in this matchup for too long. But here comes your Intercontinental Champion, LA Knight, getting another opportunity. I think obviously Cody sees a lot in LA Knight to where he's going to give him more opportunities. We saw Cody and LA Knight be tag team partners multiple times throughout these last couple months. As LA Knight is busted open after that DDT there, and now almost everyone in this match is busted open some sort of way. Only person that isn't busted, I think, is Sami Zayn, and he's the one that gets tagged in. And now, Sami not messing around. Blue Thunder Bomb. Here we go. Another elimination. Is this it? 2, 3. Finn Balor's eliminated. I think Damian Priest, he could have easily eliminated, or at least stopped Sami Zayn from pinning Finn Balor, but Priest, it seemed like he was more preoccupied with Cody Rhodes and everybody else. So now you got your 2-on-4 situation. Haluva kick there. Pinfall. Is this it? 2, 3. And then now you got a 4-on-1 situation. I don't see Damian Priest doing this, but you never know. Pinfall opportunity. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and now Zayn is eliminated. And now, wait, pump up power bomb there to Priest. That could be his last chance to get anything going. No, he survives. Could you imagine if Damian Priest survives this matchup? He has to outlast Cody, LA Knight, and Kevin Owens. This is a 3-on-1 assault. And it couldn't happen to a better man. And if Damian Priest wants to survive, he's going to have to do it through 3 champions right now. But LA Knight ain't playing around. He is looking to hit blunt force trauma. No, he's not. I think maybe blunt force trauma was not on his mind. Maybe he was going to, from that point, maybe Death Valley Driver was on his mind. As a big elbow connects there tonight. And like I was trying to say before that maneuver was going down, I was trying to say that I believe, Priest, if he wants to be saying, oh, hey, I should be taken legit as the 30th entrant in the Royal Rumble, I got to survive Owens, LA Knight, and Cody Rhodes. That'd be the perfect way to do it. But LA Knight knocks out Damian Priest with that punch. And you see him, he went flat on his feet. He knocked him out like a good old boxer. What a tag team matchup. It wasn't a full-on sweep. Damian Priest, he put up a fight at the very end. But it was just too much of Cody Rhodes, LA Knight, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn tonight. Great time. Great tag team match. And right there, I think Damian Priest had his eyes set on the Undisputed Champion instead of saving Finn Balor, as there was Priest eliminating Sami Zayn. Priest would continue to work his magic in the matchup earlier on in it. But big win as Sami Zayn coming back down to the ring to celebrate with his team. Massive win, ladies and gentlemen. Will one of these 4 actually be the Royal Rumble winner? Will Rhodes be in it if he happened to lose? Anything's possible. Welcome everyone back to your main event of the evening. A first time ever matchup will be happening here to close out Smackdown. Rhea Ripley will be taking on Jade Cargill in this non-title matchup. Rhea Ripley saying that she has declared herself in the Royal Rumble matchup. Big question is, she has to be, if not one, if not all of the superstars on this roster, that has the best odds of winning it if she's in the actual Royal Rumble. If Rhea Ripley gets a high number, like is projected, that I expect her to have, I think, she could go on to win that matchup. But if she draws something like anything less than a 20, I think it's going to be challenging, especially if she gets the first or second overall in the Royal Rumble. I think for Rhea, certainly will be challenging for her to get anything going for sure. But this could be Rhea Ripley's moment. But if Rhea wins, who does she choose? Would she choose Jade Cargill for a WrestleMania, or would she choose Bayley? Because it kind of looks like right now, but for on Monday Night Raw, you never know with that Women's World Championship. Rhea Ripley waiting for Jade Cargill to make her entrance known here. She is fired up here, and wait, that's Ronda Rousey. What the hell is she doing out here? She has no right being out here for this matchup. We're still waiting for Jade Cargill to make her presence known. What in the hell is going on here? I mean, we haven't seen Ronda and Shayna for a little bit of time here, but don't know what the hell's going on. But Ronda certainly seems upset that we're getting this type of matchup tonight here live on Smackdown. She is just taking it to the Eradicator of the Judgment Day, taking it to Rhea Ripley. Something very surprising. I mean, we all know that Jade's not going to come out here and save Rhea Ripley, so I'd love to know what in the hell is going on here. Oh no. Oh no. Big time Samoan drop there to Rhea Ripley. And now, oh no, this ain't going to end too well. This is not going to end well for at least somebody right now. Never know what's on Ronda Rousey's mind, as now Rousey. Hopefully Rhea can somehow get out of it, maybe. But now she's going to get powerbombed through it. Ronda Rousey, what in the hell was her purpose of doing that to Rhea Ripley? How is it that Ronda Rousey gets a matchup with Jade Cargill before I even get my hands on Jade Cargill? I'm the baddest woman on this planet. So if Jade Cargill wants a match with Rhea Ripley, Jade Cargill is going to have a match with me first. But that wasn't the reason I attacked Rhea Ripley. The actual reason I attacked Rhea Ripley was to send a message to this women's locker room. Because why don't Shayna and I get a tag team title shot against Raquel and Liv Morgan? We've actually defeated them multiple times. So where is our tag team championship opportunity? Well, Ronda, you do have a point. You have defeated Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez in tag team action before, so I don't see a better time to do it besides the Royal Rumble. So at the Royal Rumble, Ronda, you and Shayna will take on Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez for those undisputed women's tag team championships. But I'm not done with that. We need some big matches for SmackDown, and, well, you gave me a big-time idea, Ronda. So next week, Ronda Rousey, for the very first time ever here on SmackDown, you will challenge Jade Cargill in a non-title matchup, but we're not done yet. It will be Shayna Baszler, your tag team partner. She'll be taking on Rhea Ripley one-on-one as well. I hope you don't rue the day, Ronda, that you attacked and ruined my main event. I would like to thank everyone in attendance tonight at home, as well as here at the arena here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. That's all the time we have for you tonight. Make sure you guys have a safe trip home, have a great holiday season, and, well, we'll see you on the next episode.